Hello and welcome to Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. I have just arrived here and I am in one of the oldest districts of the city. In this video, I'm going to be exploring everything that the Mid-Autumn Festival has to offer and also showing you a little bit of Taipei while I'm at it. Taipei is a 300-year-old city which started as a scattering of indigenous settlements, and I thought this would be an appropriate place to start this video. I'm going to head to one of the most famous temples in the city. Now, I'm very excited to be here. It's my first time in East Asia since before the pandemic started. Just a completely different way of life to everything I've seen in the last couple of years. So it certainly feels very fresh. So a little bit about the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is also known as the Moon Festival. It is celebrated across East Asia and Southeast Asia, and here in Taiwan it is marked as a public holiday. This year it's for 3 days, and today is the most important day, that of the full moon, and that is why visiting a temple is a big activity of the Mid-Autumn Festival, because the full moon marks the end of the harvest season. The atmosphere here in the temple today is incredible. So many people coming to make a wish and give offerings and thanks for the season and for life in general, whether that's the blessing of a new child or perhaps a potential marriage or something that somebody wants to happen. They can come here and make their prayers at this time of year. So what makes this temple so special? It dates back to 1738, built by Han immigrants from Fujian province in China. And here we have the sweet smelling flowers. I can't read what the notices say. People praying everywhere. The gold of the interior. Let's take a closer look. So what do we have here? We've got mooncakes and pomelo fruit, apples and other snacks as well, along with flowers. That last shot I got there inside the temple showed a table absolutely flooded with offerings. Mooncakes, pomelo fruits, different biscuits and snacks and sweet things. Right now I am continuing further ahead in this area, and we'll see some exciting nightlife markets. So right off Lungshan Temple are these really exciting streets full of food, stalls and all sorts, and a joy to walk through. So I've just picked up some sweet potato balls. Somebody recommended to me that I try some of these. They're apparently very famous here in Taiwan. Here we go. They're relatively hollow and doughy. And these ones aren't as sweet as I was expecting. Perfect backdrop to all this vibrant street life. And later on, we should be able to see the moon, even though there are some clouds today. Now, a big element of the Mid-Autumn Festival is having a barbecue of some kind. And so that's why I have found this stall here, which is doing different various sausages and types of meat barbecued at the night market. Taipei actually has at least 15 riverside parks, which during the Moon Festival have special barbecues, set up stalls, but due to the pandemic this year, it's not happening. But if you come next year, they certainly, I'm sure, will be there. Alright, so from the night market I have picked up one chicken and one sausage. So I'm going to try the chicken one here, which is kind of shaped like a sausage. Wow, that is full of juice and lemon flavors, marinated so nicely. And really, really good, I have to say. Better than I expected. She did cook it for quite a while. And next up is the sausage. This one's got a sweet marinade. I don't know what she put on these things. And there are so many places you can pick up your barbecued meat here in Taipei at night time, especially during the festival. Everywhere I look, there is something exciting and interesting to eat or drink. This place is especially popular. I can't read the Mandarin. Goes off down here as well. Such a buzz about the place. To finish off, I have picked up the famous Taiwanese bubble tea. This one with milk. You can see the bubbles at the bottom there. You'll see this all over the world. It's really famous. What better place to try it than here on my first full day here in Taipei. Not too sweet, nice and milky, with that tea flavor, but not too bitter either. Honestly, I was expecting the balls of the bubble tea to burst, but they don't. In fact, they're chewy, like a sweet of some kind. So that's taken me by surprise. I always thought that they had like some sort of juice in them. Coming out of the night markets, and if we look directly ahead, there is the full moon gleaming above. Along with eating barbecued foods and going to the temples, moon gazing is a large part of the Moon Festival, of course. And I'm going to head to one of the city's parks at nighttime here to get better views of it. Uber ride complete, and now entering into Dan Park, one of the largest in the city. Taipei is full of parks and green spots. Better views of the full moon glowing above from this point in Dan Park. It's a holiday that has been observed since the 10th century BC, becoming particularly popular in around the 7th century AD during the Tang dynasty. And still today you have all kinds of things to celebrate the festival, and it's mostly a part of the year where families come together in their homes, eat mooncakes, have barbecues and spend the holidays together. There are many stories and legends and myths to do with the festival. An empress going by the name of Chang Yi and her husband, the emperor, who was a cruel person, was planning on drinking an elixir that would make him live forever, and to prevent his everlasting oppression, Chung Yi decides to drink the elixir for herself, and thus she becomes the moon goddess. So I have a perfect spot here to do a spot of moon gazing, and I'm really impressed by this park. There's lots of families and couples all sitting around. It's really peaceful to walk around, but yet there's plenty of events and things going on. It's clean, there's free public toilets, it has Wi-Fi. It's impressive to say the least. And I'm glad that there's plenty of lighting and a perfect place to enjoy it here in peace, because I wasn't sure before coming to this park what it was going to be like, if it was going to be really dark and maybe the moon would be hiding, but no, everything seems to have fallen into place. And on my Mid-Autumn Festival checklist, I have visited a temple, I have had a barbecue and gone around the night markets, I have done some moon gazing. There is just one more thing that is signature left to do, and that is to eat mooncakes. But it's a little bit late right now, so tomorrow I'm going to continue this video and go to one of the most popular places to get mooncakes in Taiwan and Taipei. So I will see you again tomorrow. Hello and welcome back to Taipei. As you can see, it is raining right now, but we are continuing with the video nonetheless, and I am here at Taipei Leechi, one of the best places to pick up mooncakes in all of the city. And mooncakes are so synonymous with the Mid-Autumn Festival that you'll often hear it called the Mooncake Festival itself. Lots of really interesting and exciting looking boxes in there, so let's go inside and take a look. Here we are, and as you can see, it's been a very busy time. It's very refined inside. All the boxes going off to various families who've made large orders. And here you can actually pick up individual types of mooncakes. We have mung bean here, taro, date, red bean. Some of them have pork and are a bit more savory. Some are sweet. I really like the small packaging on some of them. It's really beautiful. So let's pick something up, shall we? Normally you would buy a set or a large box. Alright, so I'm now taking refuge here from the rain, which is just pouring it down outside. And I picked up two mooncakes. This one is mung bean with stewed pork. It is the larger of the two, and I thought because it contains meat, I should probably start with this one. I think it's going to be sweet though, but let's see. The pastry is really soft. It's almost biscuit-like inside, and it definitely has a sweetness to it. I really like it. The top layer is doughy and soft, while the lower layer contains the mung bean and the what looks like minced pork. The next one I have to try is red bean with egg yolk inside, and if anybody can tell me what this Chinese character means, let me know, because I can't read it. I don't know which way up it's supposed to go. Here we go. It literally has a mini sun, an egg yolk right in the middle, and the red bean is really nice, slightly sweeter than the mung bean, I think. I definitely prefer this one of the two. The yolk is really rich and flavoursome, and the red bean on the outside complements it. So there you go, a little mooncake tasting segment, and hopefully once the rain dies down I can head back out on the streets and capture a few more shots of this last day of the holidays. Alright, so thankfully the rain has cleared up. It's a little bit later and I'm right in front of Dihua Street, which is a former center street and in one of the most historic parts of the city, and there's a lot of processions and things going on right now. So as I walk through it, I'm going to take a bunch of shots and show you what the vibe is like. One of the main things that Dihua Street is known for today are its medicine shops, as well as having a fabric market, and also during Chinese New Year, the lunar market here is also particularly notable. The street has a lot of old buildings which are really great to look at and get an idea of the history, post-opium wars and Japanese colonization as well. As well as the Lungshan Temple I visited yesterday in this area, the Xiaohai City God Temple is one of the most renowned and definitely worth a visit. So the City God Temple gets its name from its famous statue, which has been housed there, I believe, ever since it was built in 1856. And these streets behind me are so picturesque and beautiful. I'm going to continue walking around a little bit longer before wrapping up this video. Examples of some of the types of shops you'll see, and hole-in-the-wall eateries as well. You can imagine during the Lunar New Year it is even more vibrant and exciting than it is during the current Mid-Autumn Festival. An example of a fabric shop which I mentioned earlier. So one thing that you may actually be wondering is, why are people still wearing masks here in Taiwan? Well, from what I've been told, they're waiting to vaccinate around 60% of a certain age of children of the population before they relax the rules, apparently. And I have been wearing my mask a lot of the time wandering around, but just when I'm filming these clips I've been taking it off for those interested, and that's because you'll see almost everybody in the street is wearing it, so the pressure is quite real to keep it on during my time here. But hopefully if you do decide to visit, if it's for the Mid-Autumn Festival next year, I'm sure the rules will have been relaxed by then. But wow, look at this city at this time of day. There's some beautiful red sky settling in the distance there. I know there is one more night market that is particularly good on food a little bit further down this road, so let's head there. Right here we have a very special item for the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is pomelo fruit. And it is often worn as a hat, especially by children, and there is a certain reason for this. The peel of Yozi, the pomelo fruit, is worn as a hat because it's believed that Chang'e, the goddess of the moon, it was her favorite fruit, And in order to please her and curry her favor, I suppose, it's become a bit of a tradition to make a hat out of the fruit, and that way she is more likely to answer the prayers of those who wish for certain things during this time of year. The pomelo is a citrusy type of fruit, almost similar to grapefruit, you might say, and it is often sold in boxes because it's so popular as an item. So I've walked on just under 10 minutes away from Dihua Street, and I'm now by Ningxia night market, which is one of the best places to grab food in the city from the street. And so I'm gonna have a little wander through it. Almost every stall seems packed to the rafters with people. So many different food items to try. Also bubble tea, milk tea, and desserts. Even the restaurants on the side of the night market are just as, if not even more popular. Alright, so I found a place to sit down and grab food. There are just long queues everywhere you look, and I saw this one particular stall that looked really good. It is essentially like pancake wrapped noodles with egg inside and some couple of veggies in there as well. So I'm gonna enjoy this and then probably wash it down with bubble tea once again. Finished my dinner and I have just picked up another drink. Not the milk tea like yesterday, but this one I think is passion fruit. I can't read the Chinese. I think it is. It's got some passion fruit seeds in there, as well as some of the bubble tea kind of balls that you get at the bottom. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video of the Mid-Autumn Festival here in Taipei. The next video is going to be me leaving the capital, Taipei. I will come back and make more videos here, and I'm going to be visiting some of the indigenous communities in the eastern counties of the country. So stay tuned if you're interested, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.